wanted to make it quite clear that these are fantasy spaces, you know, so miniature spaces, and that's why I chose to have the view through the window, the real view you'd get if you were to inhabit a doll's house. I'm very interested in how the photograph is, everyone believes when they see a photograph it's a truthful representation of the world. And I am really playing games with the viewer because it's a miniature space. The doll's house was actually found on eBay, and I had great fun looking through eBay and trying to find the worst possible doll's house I could find. And that was because I really wanted to have something that was sort of imbued with the patina of time and had really been neglected. And this particular one that I found, the woman who I went to collect it off in Portsmouth was so apologetic at the state of it, but it was just what I wanted because it had watermarks on the walls which looked like rising damp. The carpet had been ripped up, which of course was just felt. I see the rooms in this series within as quite sort of separate spaces, and I've lit them very differently so they have a different colour palette. So they're like different sort of sections of the house and how you feel maybe in different sections of the house. And these rooms represent interior space, and not only interior space of a house, but maybe interior space of our mind. So these rooms have different emotive values. So the blue room has a sort of more foreboding atmosphere purely because of the colour that sweeps through it. And through the window of the blue room you can see net curtains, and my intent was that you were supposed to think that that was the window of the larger interior, but it's quite ambiguous with that image, you can't really tell. So it's less obvious than the rocking horse image that it's actually a miniature space. These spaces take on a life of their own, especially if you look in the windows, there's some cobwebs. And they were caused because I brought the doll's house and then life took over and I left it locked up in a cupboard for many months, and then naturally a spider inhabited the space, and I felt like it'd be quite nice to leave those cobwebs in shot to add sort of another dimension to the work.